You know that picture we all have in our heads of a dentist? Prestigious, high-earning, perfect career. But what does it actually take to get there? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on dental school to uncover the surprising truths that you're definitely not going to find in any brochure.
And boom, right off the bat, Dr. Rana hits us with this major reality check. This just shatters that common myth, right? The idea that you graduate and instantly step into this dream lifestyle? Yeah, it doesn't quite work like that.
So that's the big question we're digging into. We're going to blend the insights from two dentists who have been through the whole gauntlet, Dr. Eli and Dr. Rana, to piece together a much clearer picture of what this journey is really like, the costs, the grind, and the skills you actually need to make it.
Okay, let's start with the money. Because while everybody knows dental school is expensive, the real story is that the tuition sticker price, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
I love how Dr. Rana puts this. It's a slow money game. You know, even after you've graduated, that huge salary doesn't just appear. He talks about how that first year is just a brutal grind. You're trying to build your skills while paying off these massive loans. It is a long-term investment, not some overnight jackpot.
And the expenses just keep on coming. Dr. Eli calls it a never-ending list of things to pay for that have nothing to do with tuition or rent. We're talking board exams, all those study materials, residency applications. They add up so fast and create this constant financial pressure.
And if you want a really concrete example, get this. Dr. Eli points out that just one pair of loupes, those magnifying glasses dentists wear, can set you back thousands of dollars, and some schools don't even include that in tuition. It's these kinds of hidden costs that really catch students off guard.
So, the financial strain is one thing, but the physical and mental toll, that's a whole other beast. And this is the side of dentistry that I think is almost completely overlooked.
I mean, listen to this direct warning from Dr. Rana. He says after just a few years in practice, his neck hurts, his back hurts, he's even limping home at the end of the day. He really stresses that if you don't build good habits for your body early on, the profession will physically break you down, period. And the mental side is every bit as intense. Dr. Eli is super clear about this. He says pretty much every single student is going to face these struggles. He describes dental school as incredibly hard and, really isolating at times, which leads to all this stress, burnout, and just feeling totally overwhelmed.
He also highlights this really unique pressure. Think about it. While your friends are out there getting married, having kids, climbing the career ladder, you can feel like your entire life is just stuck on pause, trapped in what he calls the dental school life. That's a huge emotional and social challenge on top of all the academics.
Which actually leads us perfectly into our next big point, because being a successful dentist isn't just about acing your exams. There is a whole other set of skills that truly defines a great dentist.
See, school is great at teaching you the technical stuff, the anatomy, the procedures, but as both doctors explain, the real world demands so much more. You've got to build trust, you've got to solve problems on the fly, and you have to manage a patient's fear. In fact, Dr. Rana says something like 80% of real-world dentistry is just problem-solving under pressure.
And to really drive home how intense this all is, Dr. Eli makes this really powerful comparison. He basically says, if you thought the DAT was hard, just you wait. Dental school isn't just one big test. It's this relentless, non-stop series of challenges that requires a completely different kind of stamina.
And let me tell you, graduation is not the finish line. Dr. Rana makes the point that school basically teaches you just enough to not be dangerous. The real learning starts after. And he says this career will constantly, and I mean constantly, humble you. You have to be okay with failing, learning from it, and just getting better every single day. All right, this next point might just be the most critical takeaway from everything we've heard. At its very core, dentistry isn't really about teeth. It's about the person who's attached to them. Dr. Rana puts it so bluntly. For most people, the dental office is just not a happy place. And this dental anxiety, that's the environment every dentist walks into every single day. You're not just a clinician. You're also part therapist, part coach, part handholder. And Dr. Rana really boils this anxiety down to these three things. Patients are worried about the cost, the financial pain. They're worried about the actual procedure, the physical pain. And they're worried about the stress of it all, the emotional pain. A dentist's job is to navigate all three of these with every single person who sits in that chair.
And Dr. Eli just hits the nail on the head with this one. A patient will remember that you made them feel comfortable, that you listened, that you made them feel safe for way, way longer than they'll remember the technical perfection of your crown prep. Your people skills are your most valuable tool. Full stop.
Okay, so after hearing about all of these challenges, the money, the physical toll, the mental grind, what's the playbook? How do you actually make it through and build a career you love?
Well, Dr. Eli lays out a pretty clear roadmap. Number 1, build your community. Your classmates are everything. 2, master your time so you don't completely burn out. And 3, just embrace the uncertainty. It is okay to not have your entire 10-year plan mapped out from day one.
And he really drills down on this community point. He warns against being a gunner, that person who's hyper-competitive and secretive. He says, forget that. Treat your classmates like your future colleagues, like your lifeline. You will all have a better time, and you'll all be more successful if you do it together.
So in the end, what we've really learned is that becoming a dentist is so much more than an academic challenge. It's a test of your physical endurance, your financial discipline, and your emotional intelligence. It's not a sprint to a big paycheck. It's a marathon. So the real question to ask yourself is, are you ready to run that kind of race?